He, I'm pretty sure, has been turning the Xbox on. It's happened like 3 or 4 times where my Xbox just randomly turns on and the controller is like on the bedside table. No one has touched it. Hello my beautiful butterflies, it's Quinn and welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another video. If you are new, welcome, hi, hit that subscribe button and become a member of the butterfly family. I have my hair up in pigtails because it is hot as hell and my fan broke. Also, if you can hear my dog eating, drinking her water, or anything in the background, I am so sorry, but her food's in here and I'm not moving it. Today I'm doing a Q&A and I have Amelia, Nate, and Mary. Nate is right here. If I can zoom in, he's right there. All with me, I have my Flux 2 with me to go off for motion sense. I have a candle lit and a ton of crystals over here, so we are good to go. I am protected, so if you guys want to answer any questions, feel free to. But I have asked you guys to send me in some questions for me to answer, and I'm going to be reading those off my computer and then answering them. So without further ado, here we go. How did you come across all of your haunted items? Nate, I found at my grandmother's house. We were going through some stuff looking for a ring that she put somewhere, and we found him, and I felt some kind of energy with him, so I took him home with me. And then I asked my friend Kelsi Davies when I went down to Pasadena to see her if she felt anything with him, and she did. So that's how I got Nate, and then I started communicating with him and getting to know him. I have yet to make a full video on Nate. I don't know why. I feel like I just don't know enough about him, but I eventually will make a video on him. It may not be very long, but I'll make a video on him pretty soon. Mary I bought through Etsy, and I was looking around because I felt like I needed to get another haunted item, and I was looking on Etsy everywhere, and I wanted something different than a statue or a doll. I wanted a photo, and I just felt called to this photo of her. I asked around, someone had some haunted photos, they showed me, and I just felt like I was called to the photo of her. And it was interesting because I guess I knew her in a past life. Amelia, who is all the way in the back over there and too far for me to reach right now, I'm hot and I don't want to move. I found her on Etsy as well. I was looking for her. I wanted a haunted item because of Loey Lane and Kelsi Davies. I was watching their videos, you know, and it just kind of piqued my interest to want a haunted item. Also, I'm sorry I keep looking over here. I'm looking at my timer, not the camera lens. But I just felt called to get it once I really started my spiritual journey. I felt called to get a haunted item, and eventually I found her on Etsy and I bought her, and she came to my house. And just like with Mary, I had a past life with Amelia, so that's pretty cool, and I feel like that's why I was called to their vessels, like specifically. With Nate, I was not he was not part of any of my past lives, but he just spoke to me, so that's why I brought him home. But I already explained that, you guys get the drift. How do people react when you tell them you have haunted objects, like your doll Amelia? I love you and your videos. I love you too. It really depends, because it depends on who I'm talking to, and also if I'm even comfortable telling them when I first meet them. Most people, if I bring it up and they don't really know me or my beliefs very well, they're like, "Bit what? What'd you say?" You have what in your house? And I can understand why they would think that a lot of movies portray haunted items as bad, you know, like Annabelle and stuff like that. But these haunted items are vessels for positive spirits, and they are my guides. I was called to them. They came into my life for a reason, and that's why I have them. They're here to protect me. Not all spirits are negative entities that want to hurt you and use your energy for bad, and that's a lot of people out there that think that. But say I'm friends with someone for a good minute and I get to know them and they're pretty chill, and I tell them, oh yeah, so I have some haunted items at home, they'll either go like, oh my gosh, that's cool, and I want to get to know them, or like I want to see, like, show me, or they're like, oh, okay, cool, and just kind of don't care but don't want anything to do with it, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that's kind of the two. Or, you know, the people that are like, get Jesus, and I'm like, no thank you, I'm traumatized by the church. Stop pushing it on me. What was your first haunted object, and which object speaks to you the most? I have so many questions, but I'm going to be chill about this. Hey, if you guys have any questions after this video, if this sparks any, like, things in your head, make sure to comment them below and I'll make another video, or at least a short something for you guys. So my first haunted item was Amelia. I felt called to have a haunted doll first. I wanted something that wasn't too strong and powerful because I was just getting into it, and she's a low-level spirit. She can't like knock things over or anything, so, or at least she hasn't, so I got her. And she's a great spirit. I love having her around. I can feel her energy and her playfulness and childishness. But like I said, since she's not such a high-level spirit, Mary talks to me more. I've seen Nate like 2 or 3 times, but I've talked to Mary using ghost hunting equipment and dowsing rods. She's way stronger, and I've seen her once, and it was upstairs in my neighbor's apartment. She communicates with me the most, and the most happens with her. Nate's been knocked over once or twice, like by the air, like he knocked his own statue over. And then I've only heard Amelia once, and that was giggling. So to answer your question, Mary's the most active, so I talk to her the most, but I've seen Nate's spirit more and felt his spirit more often. Hi, my beautiful butterflies. Popping in here to let you guys know that I have a new merch store out. The link is going to be in the description, but check out these cute new clothes designed myself. I love them. I'm obsessed with them. I can't wait to order myself a few more just to show off and show you guys. They're so comfortable. The quality is great. If you like that airy, very stretchy fabric, you will love my clothing. I have dresses, I have tapestries, I have cups, I have shirts, I have shorts, I have whatever you need. You need to check out my merch store. And as you can see, it's not just a merch store, it is a whole clothing line. It's not just with my face on it, it just has to do with my art, and I hope you guys buy some and purchase some. There is a discount code right now for you to go check out, and I'm just so excited to see you guys sporting these. I just love when you guys support me, even just liking this video, subscribing. Thank you for supporting me. You don't have to buy my merch or my clothing line, but if you could and you really like some of the stuff and want to support me, that would be awesome. But without further ado, let's get back into the video and off this ad. Crazy story about Nate really quick. He, I'm pretty sure, has been turning the Xbox on. It's happened like 3 or 4 times where my Xbox just randomly turns on and the controller is like on the bedside table. No one has touched it. And it's just come on out of nowhere, and I asked I asked Nate if it was him, and he said yes, that he likes watching my fiance play video games, and he also likes watching TV when we have it on. So I guess he knew we were coming to bed, and he turned it on. And then as soon as we woke up one morning, he turned it on. Like literally like 5 minutes after we both woke up. And it was just freaking so crazy. I don't even know. But he hasn't done it in the past like day, so maybe he stopped like I asked, but what the hell. What brought your fascination to the occult, and was it trauma-based? I only read half of this comment because I did answer the other question earlier, which was how did you acquire these objects, the haunted objects? But the occult, I'm confused. By no means am I in like an occult, or I don't even know what that is. What is that? I'm gonna have to Google that. Why was I thinking it was like a cult? Oh my god. Okay. I get what it means. Growing up, I was very Christian. My mom had me go to church every Sunday. She didn't go to church, but I went to church every Sunday. And then, you know, I went to church on like Christmas and stuff like that. And I grew up very religious and spiritual and just believing in spirits and angels and stuff like that. And like I said earlier in the video, Christianity has traumatized me, and that's a whole other story and a whole other topic. But that doesn't mean I don't believe that there's still something out there. Not necessarily like maybe created us, like this one thing, but maybe multiple things, or like gods, or a god, or I don't know, but I feel like there is a higher power out there, and there are spirits and entities. Also, the house that I grew up in for about 9 years, I always felt and saw things in that house, and not to mention there were so many vortexes in that house for spirits to just go through like a freaking subway. It was insane, so no wonder I always felt on edge in that house. There must have been something very paranormal going on. But that, I always felt something in that house, and I asked once when I was trying to talk to ghosts when I was a little kid, and someone said that they died on the property before the shack that my mom built our house on was bulldozed and built. So, but I don't know, that could have been a demon trying to mess with me because I was a kid and I didn't know how to protect myself or what I was doing. And then also while I was living in that house, I started watching crime shows and Supernatural, and my mom would have Supernatural on when it was like a holiday from school, and she'd be watching it because she'd watch it every day when I was at school in the morning until noon, because that's when it ended. And I started just sitting down in the living room and watching Supernatural with her, which is insane. I was like 6 or 7. I don't know, like I was 6 or 7, I'm pretty sure. I think I might have been 7 years old or something. But I watched that show until the end. I finished every single season, all 15, 16, 15, you know. But I've just always been into the supernatural, especially after watching that show. And then I found my friend Kelsi on YouTube. I started watching Kelsi when I was like 18, I believe. 18 or 19, something like that. And I just loved her content. I thought she was so cool, and her energy was just so great through her videos. I could feel like her energy thriving, and she always just gave me a boost of energy when I needed it when I would watch her videos. I also watched Loey Lane, who is not my friend, but I watch her videos still. I saw her on a live. Loey, if you're watching, because she said she might check out my channel. Hi. But she very much inspired me to get a haunted object because she has one, and she talked about Soul Mori, which was a whole deep dive into a TikToker. After that paranormal deep dive on Soul Mori's TikTok account, I became infatuated with Loey's content and would literally watch it 24/7 for like a month or two. And at that point I was watching both Kelsi and Loey, and I broke down and got a haunted object, and that was when I got Amelia. And soon after I got Amelia, I found Nate, and that's when I went and met Kelsi in Pasadena. Which, if you guys want to see what that was like, I have a video on my channel, but the full version is on her channel. Mine just has more input of when I was there and stuff that got left out of the video. I also owe it to Mori, because without seeing that TikTok probably even after seeing some of Loey's other videos, if I had watched them, I probably still would have been obsessed, but that one just really made me interested, and I even went and looked on Mori's TikTok. I'll put that link for her TikTok in the description. She hasn't posted in a while, but so interesting. Amazing woman. I hope she's doing okay. She's going through a lot right now, so manifesting good vibes for Mori right now. For all of those lovely young ladies that inspired me. And ever since then, I've been making YouTube videos. I did start off on TikTok talking about my sexual assault, but other than that, I finally felt like I could move on when I got into my spirituality, and I stopped making as many videos about that, and I started focusing on paranormal content because that's what makes me happy. So I hope you guys stick around for more paranormal content. When did you first realize you had gifts and were able to communicate with spirits? How do people react when you tell them you can see and hear spirits? Well, I've had gifts since a young age because I could always see and feel things. I can really feel energy. I can sense it just staring at an object. I mean, the other day during my live, right after my live, at the cemetery, we went to my friend's apartment, and her roommates have this puppet, and they have a ton of them. I looked at one and I said, that one's haunted, and that was the one that kept showing up in my friend's dreams, freaking her out. So, I mean, there you go. I've been struggling to make this camera straight this whole time, and now it's finally straight. I'm so sorry that this video has been like wonky. I'll try to fix it the best I can when editing, but no promises. That's when I really confirmed that I had gifts, because that was probably the third time that I looked at something and could sense a presence with it and be confirmed. So that's like when I really felt like I for sure have had gifts, but even before then, I still kind of knew that I had gifts. Like I said, ever since I was a child, I'd see things. I thought I was just delusional, but it was overall about 1.5 years ago that I realized. Did any of my haunted items know my fiance or roommate? Let's ask. Amelia, Nate, Mary, did any of you know Andrew or Travis in a past life? Yes. Did any of you know both of them? No. Nate, did you know Andrew or Travis in a past life? Yes. That explains why he likes watching Andrew play video games. Bro, that's so cool. Nate, did you know Andrew? Yes. Makes sense why he's fucking with our Xbox specifically. Mary, Amelia, did either of you know Andrew or Travis? No wonder I felt called to Nate. It was because he knows Andrew. That's insane. Nate, so you knew Andrew in the early 1900s. That's dope. Those are all the questions that I have for this video today. If you guys have any more and you want me to answer some more questions, comment them down below for another video. I love you all very, very much. Thank you all for absolutely everything, all of the support. Hello if you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I love you all very, very much. Goodbye, my beautiful butterflies.